Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. At the end of the last episode we upped the difficulty to Torment 7. And just to remind where we are with this, we need to complete a set dungeon. We need to kill the Queen at Torment 7, kill the Butcher at Torment 7, and complete a GR30. So we're still kind of powering ourselves up a little bit. Towards that end. We do have some greater keys, so we may as well jump in and use them up right at the start. Given we're at Torment 7, we can put it straight to GR30, and that will probably be fine. At least it will tick off that part of our objectives.
Are you ready?
Now we do, of course, need to be careful about this. We don't want to be foolishly reckless, but we should be okay mostly. And I do, of course, have extra meteors and things that I can drop on people because we're not worried about our arcane power itself. We're making reasonable progress at the moment. We haven't even found any special packs yet. Man, I can't wait until we get the Halo of Arles. It will make such a big difference to us. Just having that extra survivability will be pretty huge. Right, there's a channeling pylon over there, but also we've got to get this guy burning. There we go. Channeling pylon means that we can make a little bit more headway than we would otherwise. Bang! But we, as I said before, we don't want to be foolishly reckless with this. So let's keep on top of it. So at the moment I'm using skills like Black Hole to target the mobs specifically to stop them running at me. Ranged mobs we're just having to deal with at range and hope that our healing is enough to counteract it. But the others, as they get close, we try and take care of it. And with our Etched Sigil, we're naturally using Black Hole a little bit anyway as time goes on. Just because it triggers our arcane power spenders. It's only a tiny bit terrifying. So the reason I'm doing another episode is because this Monday, for Monday Night Gaming, which will probably be later on today if you're actually watching this when the video goes live, we're planning on running through a way out, or at least starting on our journey through that. So I don't know how much time we're going to get for Diablo on Monday evening. I do want to keep making progress with our character. That's very important for us to be able to do. So we're getting a little bit of an extra one thrown in now. And we're sticking about 50% ahead of time, so I'm happy enough with our progress. That's kind of like my my benchmark for whether we're survivable or not, and being able to move on feeling comfortable about it at that rate, I think is the right level to be at. Let's grab all of these. And we will get this speed pylon right now. Let's get some mobility in this. Not that we're not mobile otherwise, of course, but definitely taking full advantage of the pylons as they come along. That's a lot of damage we're taking. Let's go around this way. When the black hole's not off cooldown, it can be a little bit dangerous. Pop goes the weasel. Man, they are just falling around us. Now, later on, once our survivability is up and we're running higher rifts, we'll want to be trying to position ourselves in that Oculus ring that keeps appearing. That extra 70-80% damage that it gives is incredible. I mean, there may as well be two of me attacking at that point. Okay, how are we doing around here? There's not a huge number of mobs, but looks like we've got a nice pack down there. Oh, well, they went quickly enough. Okay. We're getting on through this. We're about 3/4 of the way through. I quit it with the ranged stuff. That's another good thing about Black Hole. If you can trigger it in the right place, because it pulls everyone away, that entire cluster up there just ended up getting dragged around by the Black Hole, not really able to do a lot. And that's what we want. We don't want them attacking us. We want them to be struggling. Perfect. Bring them all in together. Then we'll focus on the ones that get closer to us. The ones that get closer to us, they will get frozen anyway by our armor. Speaking of which, let's put... Ooh, shield pilot. Alright. Let's find us a nice pack. Out of my way, we need good clusters. It's a reasonable group, but I feel like we're not utilising this to the best. There we go. Bang, bang, bang. Shield pylon's probably going to run out just before we hit the Rift Guardian, but we can at least hurry on to the next pack. Try and find the next pack anyway. I mean, if there's no pack to find, there's not really much we can do. We need more! More, I tell you! 98, 99, right, we are out of protection, so let's be a little bit more cautious. Okay, Rift Guardian is here. Meteor and... wow, yeah. Meteor, Black Hole, and then just targeting, and it only takes a fraction of a second to go down. Okay, so we've got some gems we can upgrade. Let's carry on with Bane of the Stricken, Bane of the Trapped, etc., etc. We'll do Bane of the Trapped first because we're actually using it, so we'll actually get a benefit for it. I suppose we could just take it to 30 actually, or try to. There we go, and we've got another. Oh, that's Chandotto's orb, I think. No, it's not. That's the Firebird's one. Oh no, it is Chandos's force. Hard to tell when the logo's directly over the top of it. Well, so we've got two parts of Chandotto's, and we've got Focus. Well, Focus is better than Pandemonium Loop for what we're trying to do, mostly because it has a socket in it. So we'll use that for now. And, yeah, we'll carry on trying to get Nilf's Boast from Kadala. And, of course, we'll hand this in with Auric. So that's awesome. Next thing that's going to be of benefit to us is probably going to be the Invigorating Gemstone. Immune to control impairing effects. That'll stop us getting knocked around as well. So yeah, we'll have that. Let's put that point in over there. And over here we'll put Chandottos just temporarily. I know it's a pretty nice combination, but you do need to switch into Archon form, and that's not the type of build we're doing with this. So, Pandemonium Loop, you get to get salvaged at some point. Selenium, do we have? We don't have another Selenium because we got the transmog for it. I remember that. And Kadala, give me some booze.
See you soon.
That's just obscene. That is wrong. That is so wrong. It should not be this hard to get Nilfgaard's Boast. In fact, I'm tempted to upgrade an item. We have some boots there, so yeah, let's make some boots over here. So upgrading item, upgrade rare item. Needs 25 Death's Breaths. We have enough. Ice Climbers. Jeezy, crazy. Alright, do we have any Firewalkers already? I suspect we do. Or maybe not, actually. Alright, so Firewalkers go in here. We'll salvage up all the rest because it's a massive waste. Right, one other thing I wanted to check was Forgotten Souls. We've got 69, so we could reforge Hergbash's Binding and get it better. I think that's another worthwhile use. So reforging takes 5 of each thing and 50 Forgotten Souls. We've got plenty of materials, so I'm not actually worried about that. It rolled pretty badly, all things considered. It could have been a lot better, so I don't think this is actually going to end up worse. Better intelligence. 10% life. If we swap over the regen life per second, overall, that's I'm happy with that. So, life per second, that's going to get changed into vitality. And that's pretty reasonable. That's a good health increase that it gives us, and even more arcane damage reduction. So if I spend some of our arcane power, you can see it's creeping up, and as we're hitting stuff, it'll be creeping up even more. So it's very good that we've done that. Yeah. All right. Let's drop this off. We're going to run into another Greater Rift. We're going to keep it at the same level, I think, and we'll see if we can find anything else worthwhile. Good start by the looks of it. Get a pack, you set them on fire, everything else dies. And because I'm gaining so much more arcane power, I can be a bit more liberal with my meteors that are coming down. I really want Nilfgaard's Boast. I want the Halo of Arles. I want all the stuff I'm missing. Traveler's Pledge is the other thing that we are currently absent. Now, getting struck in combat isn't actually too bad for us because it resets the cooldown on our teleport. So as long as we're just sensible about where we teleport into the middle of groups. Damn, we just like set him on fire instantly and he was gone. Let's make sure that these all go very quickly as well. And also make sure we don't get burnt to death by the grate on the floor. Shield Pylon, I will take that. Okay, now we can just ignore all mobs and just focus on the ones we want to kill. Well, we want to kill them all, but nice packs like this. It is so strange being able to just ignore them and go, hey, you know what? it's not a problem that you've got all that fire damage you're putting out. That being said, if we got the amulet that protects from fire damage, that would have much the same effect. Also means we wouldn't have to worry about oppressors breathing on us. It would actually be, you know, fire damage. There is a lot of fire damage in the game. Probably I'm more worried about poison damage in the grand scheme of things. I find it, the ranged poison that you take can be absolutely terrible, whereas fire is normally avoidable in some way or other. Normally avoidable in one way or other. Oh yeah, and as we're getting invigorated by hitting stuff, our healing's up. Invigorating gemstone is such a weird thing, but I do kind of like it. I've not really used it before, but for the whole not getting thrown around by stuff, I'm very happy we've got it. Don't want to get knocked back. Don't want to get frozen, stunned, anything like that. Charges in, tries to burn us, and fails. Pop, everyone dies. The amount of extra damage that we end up doing because of the Firebirds when that Poison Nova goes off is so incredible. It's probably still going to be useful for quite a long time. Let's keep the meteors going on them. I don't want them getting close to me, I just want them dying. Now where did that last one go? There he is. Went to hide behind us. Teleport out! We are not going to stand in the middle of a molten nursery. There's a channeling pylon up here as well. Lost a little bit of health there, but nothing to worry about. I think this is going to be the way that we need to go onwards. Yep, perfect. And into a Hell Rift of all places. Well, we can do a lot of damage. There we go. Pop goes another pack. And with the channeling pylon, of course, with your cooldowns getting reset so much faster, it does give so much more flexibility. Especially with regards to our few crowd control techniques that we have. Few being, of course, black hole only. Actually, no, you could count our armor as well, but given it relies on us being hit to be useful, it's yeah, possibly not the greatest plan to constantly rely on it. Right, we'll kill as many of these as we can. Get the power pylon in. There's another pack over here, actually. Cool. Gone. So gone. Braces. A wand. That'll be Chandotto's. So another bit of well, yeah. Another bit of Chandotto's. Another Chandotto's because we already had one. Second gem to 30, that's pretty nice. And Bane of the Stricken, well, we didn't get anything on that, but I guess we can't have everything. Let's put those points in. So we're up to 156 on the Garrigan levels. That's possibly going to be 157, yeah. Got one more just there. Our movement speed is nearly back to where it should be. So close. So close, you can almost feel it. Right, we'll put this. It's good to have a spare, I always say. Ooh, Ashnakar's Blood Bracer. I think I did need that for one of the recommended builds that was put to me. It's an interesting one. Let's salvage these up. We've got enough to go for a couple more boots with Kadala. So Kadala, Please, please, please.
Indeterminate. Do come back again.
No. Blackthorns, jeez. She hates us. She really honestly hates us. Salvage that. Salvage that. And I will drop these gems off over here. Now, we haven't fully upgraded all of our gems. There's still more we can do, but we need to find more or start transmuting them between the different types. Right now, I think running a regular rift and working on our Death's Breath is probably going to be the best thing that we can do. Yeah. All right. Let's do a regular Torment 7 rift. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Actually, in another couple of levels, I'll be even more ready. But for the moment, it's not going to get any readier. We have the ability to do damage to the bad guys. We can survive their hits. It's a pretty solid plan. Yay! Now I'm a bit more ready. Although until that point gets aside, it doesn't actually give us any benefit. But, you know, the thought's there. The thought's there. Right, we have Speed Pylon. There is not a huge density of monsters in this this rift. Which makes me sad. I like it when there's more things to kill faster. Hey, cool. This will be a reasonable group. Especially when it means I can get a Death's Breath out of it. And normally I quite like this as a map area, but there's normally a lot more to do here. A lot more mobs to kill. Let's see what we can find down this way. Ooh. There's some. Alright, well, we'll get those. You're on fire, you're on fire, your friends are all on fire, you're dead. Nice and straightforward. This isn't even the way on yet either. Alright. We'll carry on doing like a right wall hug. Follow it around and we'll see if we can find the way onto the next area. I think the density will end up being a bit better there. Yeah, sometimes you just don't really have the feel of the rift. And this is one of those, I feel like our time's not being efficiently spent here. Well, still, at least we're opening chests now and then. Okay, what have we got? You're dead at the back. There's the way on. We're just ignoring that dude. Let's charge on in. This is going to be better. Always like the graveyard. Right, they are dead. They are so dead. And what have we got? We've got an Empowered Shrine. Alright. Well, let's use this Empowered Shrine to murder everything else. Now, I wonder, with the Firebird set, if you had something like Soul Smasher, where you do your life on hit as damage when mobs die. If something was burning at the point when it was burning and it died and it dealt damage, would that count? Would it be scaled up? I would assume it would. Because that could end up being quite a large amount of damage going off. And it does rely on something having died, but you could very easily clear a large area, a large group of things. And with the minions going off as well, they would potentially do the same amount of damage. So it could cause massive, massive chains. You know, get an elite burning and then kill all the minions nearby. I suspect that the maths of it just doesn't work out compared with something like Death Wish, where you're getting that direct scaling. But we could have something like that in the cube, potentially. And with the Invigorating Gemstone then turn into an offensive thing, where our healing is scaled, so our damage is scaled. I like theory crafting the ways that different things work together. This is much better in this this graveyard area. So much better for the mobs we're facing. What have we got down this way? No elite packs, but still better mobs to be taking on. Although that's a lot of meteors that they tried to pull that. Oh, there's one. As always, got to be careful with these guys. Can't have them doing their spinning around thing. Dervishes are dangerous. We can set ourselves on fire. Whereas we want to set him on fire. Like that. Give me that Death's Breath. And we'll find another nice little group to take on. Now, here we go. You're much better. Much happier murdering you. Less stuff to worry about. A couple of ranged things nearby, but nothing we can't handle. Give me that Death's Breath. And get meteors on all of these as well. Man, we've got so much arcane power. It's so nice. And all that life on hit that we're getting from smacking mobs. I mean, it does go a little bit low at times, but I don't think that's anything that we really need to worry about. Wow, Cold Snap actually took a while to die there. That's possibly the longest I've seen a Rift Guardian stay alive. Alright, we'll grab all of these, plenty of blood shards. We'll just make ourselves safe and we will head back to town. And we got 3 Garrigan levels in that. Oh, bloody typical. Look at the amulet we got. Another Tower Ashes one. That is kind of funny. Maybe it'll have a socket in it already. Because I was reluctant to spend... No. I was reluctant to spend any Death's Breaths on it previously. Okay, well, we may as well start making another set. So, Talos is going to go there. We've already got Delcirs and Veers going on the other pages. Apologies for the hiccups that have come in. Hopefully they will pass in just a second. But in the meantime, let's get some booze. No. We've only got 12 Death Breaths, so yeah. I think we'll run the Greater Rifts. Yeah, we'll run the Greater Rifts. We can't empower them because we are poor, unfortunately. But we can at least get some mobs killed. That was actually quite a lot of damage we took there. Gonna have to watch out for that if there's nasty, nasty ranged things in this one. There you go, your friends are all dead. That means your shielding is gone. I remember when that didn't used to happen, and you could spend ages waiting for the shielding to come off mobs. It looks like it's really good monster density in this one. I have to say, I am liking that. Some mobs have definitely got a lot of health though. I'm also very much noticing the survivability. Yeah, Cold Snap surviving for as long as he did was actually a bit of a surprise because, you know, other Rift Guardians have really kind of powered their health down once we've got them burning and being hit by everything. Ooh, conduit. Yep. Give me that conduit. You're dead. Let's grab these purple orbs and we will hurry on up here. Nope, nothing up this way. Let's carry on. Items Crush is great, gives us a little bit of speed. But really, we want to be just getting in the middle of nice packs. Right, had to use a healing thing. That's a lot of poison damage on the ground. Yeah. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Anything that can attack us at range for a large amount of damage and have it stack/stay in place. Very, very dangerous. Especially when their attack speed is so high. I mean, jeez, you see how many spears they were throwing at us. These guys are just manufacturing them off their back. That's like even worse than the Demon Hunter. And he totally cheats all the time. Still, we're making good time through this, so I'm not worried about him. Not in the middle of that. That seems like a bad idea. There we go. Popped him open. Just like a dirty spot. Although there's still someone who's putting out. Is it you? Plagued, yeah. There we go. All the plagued is gone. Yep, it's definitely more intensive this time than it has been in the past. And it all comes down to the specific mobs that you go up against. Still, if this is the worst it gets, then this is manageable as long as we're just, you know, sensible about what we do. And there's the way on to the next bit. So we'll clear these guys out. And let's move on. Whew, very intense. Elemental twerkers aren't so much of a bother. Although these are like elemental disco dudes because of the way they work. Those are the twerkers. Right, everyone dead? Good. It's hard to tell with all the explosions going off around. Right. Let's get this. That's going to allow us to do a lot more in the way of black holes and stuff. Although we didn't actually pick it up, so try that again. No, that's going nowhere. And we just totally use them for crowd control. And I'm alright with that. I mean, it has one use, which is stopping mobs coming closer to us. So I will totally use it for that all the time. Ooh, Frozen's stand back just for a moment. We can't actually be frozen, but I don't want to take the damage from it anyway. That got a little bit painful. Too much lightning at the same time is what it comes down to. Still, we are making very good time towards the Rift Guardian. And we've got a power pylon over there. Let's kill these. Get in there and we'll take advantage of that. You're the dude. Come on, right, perfect. Black hole in place. And the meteor and everything, and then he just popped as soon as he started on fire. Right, so we've got some boots and some shoulders. Fingers crossed, everyone. Well, what do you know? Nilfgaard's Boast. That's what we wanted. So they're going in the cube. Deathwatch Mantle is also going in the cube. I'm very happy with how this has gone. Let's put our various points in. We'll go back to town and we will cube up what we need. After this, let's carry on with Bane of the Trapped.
I am returning to town.
That point's going in there. Now this is going to be changing over our armor piece in the cube. So let's actually come down. So at the moment we're using Mage Fist, which is 20% damage. It's going to be worth us losing that in order to get 600% increased damage on the meteors, and then when it hits 3 or fewer, it's increased by an additional 701%. It's a lot, and that's actually going to go up to 900% once it's been extracted. So there's the first. Nilfgaard's Boast, lovely stuff. We still need to find another one for our Legacy of Nightmares set, but this will do quite nicely. And Deathwatch Mantle, we needed to extract this so it can go in the cube for our Legacy of Nightmares build. Now let's save this for the Firebird set. Let's equip what we have over here. So this is the Legacy of Nightmares gear that we've got at the moment. We can specify our cube power now, which isn't going to be Pauldron's the Skeleton King, it's going to be Deathwatch Mantle. And we're mostly focusing about doing the most damage when things hit us. And we can save that up now. Still obviously need a lot more stuff for this. We need the Mantle of Channeling, we need Aquila Curus. I forget what we had in our head. We need both rings for the Legacy of Nightmares, and we need Nilfgaard's Boast. But generally, the build itself is sort of coming together. Let's put these points in, and I think that's probably going to be a good point for me to finish this episode off. Let's put our spare... In fact, is this better? No, it's not. No. I think that's going to be a good point for me to finish this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun for me, of course. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can do so using the links in front of you now. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 3. See you soon.